Welcome to the ripple effect of love. This week, we are talking about your inner wisdom. And does fear get in the way of this inner wisdom? What is it that um, you can do to calm down your survival mode, whether it be conscious or unconscious, whether it be learned habits or not, to reduce that fear and allow yourself to respond to life's challenges with courage and confidence. So today, I'm very lucky to have Christian Mendez join me as he hops in. There we go. So yesterday we had a great conversation, Christian, and I loved how you talked about Mama Bear and Papa Bear and
Yes,
two different perspectives,
way
both
different.
wanting to protect the children.
Same thing. I've mentioned this arguing in agreement. And today, I want to take a small second to start off with a snap, tap, zap session because we're praying for families and those that are affected in California and the wildfires and a lot of this destruction and a lot of the devastation that is going on.
For
But
sure.
here's the other thing, too. Is we're here to celebrate you today, and you are worth it.
Yes.
Christine just spoke about what we need to do to break out of that fight or flight mode. But I want to go into another thing and to share so we can pause is that sometimes it's not fight or flight, it's learned behavior, as she said, but it's career. It's tasks, it's responsibilities.
Yes.
And we wake up and go, 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 go.
And the most important things sometimes are put on hold. And when we procrastinate to do something, it means there's a hidden fear behind it. And that we're not always aware of. So think of a fear that you have, whether it be procrastination, arguing with someone. Um, I mean, there's so many different fears: fear for your life, fear for your home because you're in Southern California with the wildfires, or somebody that you love and you have some fear. How intense is that fear out of 10 right now? So take a deep breath, relax the shoulders, and exhale. And how intense is the fear that you are feeling right now? So that, just a sec, trying to figure this out here. Okay, here we go. Because that fear is drowning our inner wisdom. And that's why we're talking about this today. So, out of 10, where are you at? You can put it in the chat. We're going to snap or clap, whatever you like. Breathe in as you scan your body to see where your body is holding that. I just noticed my toes are all curled up. Whoops. Okay, I can relax them. And then we tap on a meridian point. The sternum is a great meridian point. Relax the shoulders and exhale. Letting go.
Just a mindful thought. And just remember, if you're not able to let go, is breathing in deep and inhaling, taking those 5 seconds for yourself, and
Mhm.
then out and letting it go, letting it out, releasing. Here's one thing: if you have some tasks to do, you will get to it. But right now, It's okay for you to take this moment for you to be okay with you.
Yes, and yes, totally. Sometimes our brain will tell us, you need to get this done, but that is a fear based thought. Unless you promise someone that at 107 you would get this done and it's 106, then go ahead, do it and join us back. But otherwise, take your deep breath, tap to calm that survival mode, relax the shoulders. Some people need a visual thing to exhale into to allow that. I have clients that if they don't have something visual, they are unable to release. So let's breathe in, relax the shoulders. Imagine there's a train, that you're at a train station, and this train station will spiral down and burn everything you blow into it, into the magma. So blow, letting it go. Is it easier for you to do this with your eyes closed, your eyes open? Now, some people love the incinerator. If you are someone who loves to blow into an incinerator, if the image is easier for you, go for it. Breathing in, scan your body. Where's the tension? Thank your body for showing you where it is. And blow that into. Our
Have you guys ever
incinerator.
seen have you guys ever seen a rainbow where you can see where a rainbow starts but you can't see it end? So
Mhm.
just a visual because it just came to me and now I can see certain things and as I've mentioned I have blocks so I'm working through this. But I
Mhm.
say if a colorful rainbow is comes you say okay, here's the worries and you're going to throw it or just
Yes. Yeah.
over the rainbow and let it fall where it may. Give yourself grace. That's what we're going to go back to. And I wanted just to point out that sometimes these worries or fears are not what we call, well, I'm not afraid to my goal. I'm not afraid to do my task. This is my task. This is my job. This is my duty. This is who I am.
Mhm.
Thank you. That is who you were. That is who has served you up until now. And we don't want you to disassociate your hardworking self from what you do.
No.
Allow yourself to say, just as you work hard, just as you get your tasks done, your work right now and your task is you letting those tasks, those goals, those requirements, those expectations. Those are those things that I'm mentioning, and I'm slowing it down. And we're taking a little bit more time with it today because it's so easy to get caught up in what's going on and
Mhm.
health and finances and job security and all so many things that are just so close.
Yeah. And taking this time to just calm back down opens you're opening yourself up to being able to hear your inner wisdom. And if you are lower, I want you to tune in again, breathe in. Whatever you were feeling before, tune into that. Now, how does it feel out of 10 again? Have you gone up? If you've gone up, you need to continue. Okay. It's because there were a lot of things that you were afraid of, unconsciously afraid of, and they're becoming present to your awareness. So keep going, keep taking a deep breath. And if you can't bring it down, reach out. I'll help you out. But once you've reduced that stress level to a 4 out of 10 or lower, then your inner wisdom is showing up, has room to express itself. And if you have a list, maybe you can quickly go through the list and set prioritize it. What's the number one thing for you that needs to be done this afternoon? What's the second thing? It could be taking time to have a heartfelt conversation with your kids, or it could be something as simple as choosing to do something that your boss has asked you or that you know you wanted to do and you
I'm going to
haven't.
make a suggestion. I'm going to make a
Go for it.
suggestion. I'm going
Go
to
for
jump in there, and we haven't. That's okay. And if anybody has asked you to do that,
it.
that's
Mhm.
okay. So maybe we can do a writing. You go to a paper, you go grab a pen, pencil, crayon, whatever it is. It's funner if you grab a crayon, I promise. A little bit funner. It gets a little bit goofier. And just write not what you don't want anymore. You can, if you want to write what you don't want anymore. And then the same thing is crumble it up, okay? And in the wastebasket. And then another paper, and I do want you to write the new thing that you're going to replace that old with. I
Yes.
want you to replace that way. If you don't want to throw it away and you want to just cross it out, I want you to cross it out, but I want the thing that you want now to replace. No
Yeah.
more expectations. You can do expectations and cross it out. And on top of it is you're going to give yourself more grace. So we can
Yes.
cross out expectations and we can write is give myself more grace or give myself more grace or just grace. But I
Yeah.
want it at the top because I want the first thing that you see for it to be the new thought that is now over and overwritten, if you will, because it's going to be a practice and a practice and a practice. If anybody started a new exercise, a new routine, a new program, a new instrument, a new language, anything that you started out with and you're already getting frustrated with yourself, with much love, I tell you, it's only the eighth of the or the ninth of the year. And if you've accomplished anything in 9 days, congratulations. Woohoo!
Yes. Congratulations.
Any progress that you make is exactly that progress. And if you may have dropped the ball, then that's okay because that means that you were doing something with what you were progressing in and you fumbled. So now it allowed you to see now not making that mistake. Okay, it's okay. You pick it up, re strategize, and then continue. That is all progress.
Yes.
All of it. The mistake is progress. The concerns are progress. You taking this time is progress.
Yes. It is.
I bring this up because we are having these issues. We're dealing with some health concerns. I'm supposed to be at an event. I'm speaking and in front of people at an in-person event as well as a virtual event. So I had to say that's okay. I
Mm.
lend myself out to each and every one of those in the group and in the networking, as well as here. However, I give myself grace today, and I am putting myself as a prime critique point here. And my health issues and my wife and dealing with urgent and critical conditions and different things that we've had with this COVID pneumonia and health issues. So I tell you, there today is a marvelous day full of miracles, full of grace. And
Mhm.
if we continue to, hey, where's my hey, then we don't allow to and just receive.
And sometimes our life is kind of put on hold, if you will, so that we can stop and take a look at our priorities, at our values. And we don't do that if we're on the go, go, go all the time. So the universe or God or whatever your belief is sits you down and says, okay, so this is happening to me too. I've had to sit down during the holidays because my sacroiliac is acting up and radiating, and it's like hitting your elbow every time you stand up. It's really painful and it goes up. So I have to sit down and stay relaxed, and that as soon as I stand up, I can feel all the muscles tensing up. And I'm like, what is going on? Why am I so tense in that area of my body? Well, with all the work that I do, I know why. However, I need to give myself a lot of grace to allow my inner wisdom to come through, to get the support that I need to make it through this, because this is only temporary. And I know it's temporary, because I've had much, much worse health issues than I do now. And I'm sorry to hear that you and your wife are having some health issues, Christian. And I hope a speedy recovery to both of you, because, and sending you both lots of love, because love has such a healing power. And giving ourselves the grace of love, allowing ourselves to love ourselves enough. So, this is something I shared with my daughter, and it made quite a big impact in her life as well. So, you're doing something as silly as watching Netflix at night or gaming or whatever, and your brain's like, oh, I just want to see the end of this episode. Oh, I just want to see, and you know you need to go to bed early or whatever. The sentence I use is, I love myself enough to close down the TV. Netflix will still be there tomorrow. Who cares what happens at the end of this episode? But our brain wants to keep listening. And that sentence, I love myself enough to pause today. So I was shoveling snow because we've been getting lots and lots of snow here. So the opposite of California. And we've had more than 2 feet of snow, I think, in the last 6 days. So every day I'm out shoveling another 6 inches or a foot. And today I was like tired. My sacroiliac joint was hurting. I said, you know what? I'm just going to go walk slowly down the street, chat with a neighbor. Another neighbor came along, walked back with her, and then finished up my shoveling. And when I walked in, I wasn't in total pain. I had some pain, but not total pain, because I gave myself that time that I needed to rest my body and to continue. It's these tiny little examples. And it's the same thing with our beautiful children, showing them that they are lovable. And we talked this in the first episodes. Being lovable, feeling loved is so important. And this is why this series, The Ripple Effect of Love, is so dear to my heart. I was guided to create this program. I was guided to help in 2025 so that I can support you, because I have this ability to support others. I have like many years. I won't say how old I am, how young I am. I won't say how young I am today. But I am young enough to have lots of experience and to support people with my life experiences and my trainings. And I feel very blessed to be able to do this. So, out of 10 now, tune into your body. Where were you at before, Christian, and where are you at right now?
Well, I have to. I'm being honest. I was already at a 4. Just
Yeah.
I was already at a 4.
Mm.
because I've been prepping. I've been since this morning and on the way to work and on the way drop offs and so I want to jump right into it, but I'm definitely back at a one,
Yeah.
where it's way more tangible.
Yes. And that, like in a few minutes, you lowered your stress level, your
Oh
fear
yeah,
level by
oh yeah,
30%. And when we
yeah.
breathe in, our bodies feel lighter, and our minds are clearer because the fear factor isn't guiding us. And we're not used to looking at life from that perspective.
Uh-huh,
And that's
uh-huh.
very important. So I wanted to bring up, Christian, because I love the perspective that you brought of Mama Bear and Papa Bear. And I wanted to
I
go
wanted to
into
jump in.
that.
I wanted to jump into that. Go
Yes,
ahead. I wanted to jump
yes,
right back into that because I also, and we just talked about this and we had a nice session, folks. But I wanted to let you know and just a reminder that this is a practice and
yes,
just continue to practice it. I give myself and I'm giving you guys the same grace and I want you guys to put it in the comments or share it or write it down and send a
yes,
picture and comment to us on wherever platform that you find that I love myself and I
yes,
give myself more grace today because this is the preparedness and we're going to jump right back into Mama Bear and Papa Bear because that's what helped me is
mhm,
being taking even if you I promise you start doing these things for yourself is before you do anything for anybody. That's
yes,
where I go back to that self love, and I can say, before I do anything for anybody else, I do for me, and it and it feels amazing. So let's jump back into Mama Bear, Papa Bear, because my
So,
mornings and my nights. We talked about this yesterday in the last episode. Is
mhm,
the preempt to bedtime, but it's also the preempt to the morning and so
okay.
getting this guide and getting us prepared for ourselves, we can go, hey, wait a minute. If I
Mhm,
prepare for my mornings, if I prepare for my conversations, then
yes,
if I prepare for them and
yes,
if I prepare
yes.
with them, then I don't want to jump ahead, but then
So what
just
I'm
wait to
seeing,
prepare with
so
them.
so Christian, what I'm seeing is your inner wisdom is kicking in. Because you're
See, I don't
connecting
know.
those dots. You're
Yes, yes.
connecting the dots. You're able to do all these relationships with this and that. And
Uh-huh.
that is
Uh-huh.
the
Unheard of.
power, the beauty of listening to our inner wisdom. So I'll come back to the Papa Bear, but we only have 6 minutes left. I wanted to ask, how was your challenge yesterday? Your
Repeat
challenge
the
was
challenge for
to
everybody. Go for it.
do the
Uh-huh.
Snap Tap Zap together, those who wanted, and see how the night routine, bedtime routine went. Was there
Yes.
a shift or what did you notice?
So last night we didn't. We've. I've passed with flying colors and failed absolutely miserable. Passed with flying colors. I prepped myself before I went in because of the hard day and everything that was going on yesterday. I
Mhm.
allowed my children to throw not really tantrums. I guided them and I let them do things on their own. And I said, it's just 5 minutes. You know what? Brush your teeth and let's start getting ready for bed. And it was just within the next 5 minutes. So I allowed them to, so I didn't have them breathe, but they were all so tired. So I paid attention and I saw
Yes,
how they were all so just tired, exhausted from their break and from coming back from school. Everything going on. Bottom line.
yes.
Okay.
Yes, and that's what inner wisdom allows us to do, to notice and say, "Oh, today I self regulated myself, so I'm calm." Our children often reflect us. Okay, we don't like to hear this. Our children are our mirrors, they are our best teachers. When we are ready to listen. So that's what you did. You listened to these beautiful kiddos, and they just did their thing because they felt that you trusted them to do it. Okay. So when Papa Bear, 2 minutes, we're not going to get to talk about this. I'll have to talk about it
We're
tomorrow.
gonna have to. We're gonna have to.
Okay.
Blessings, and I'll talk to you guys soon.
Okay. Bye bye. So thank you, everyone, and take great care of yourselves. And tomorrow we will continue. Tomorrow we are talking about what am I talking about tomorrow? Tomorrow we are talking about taking time to celebrate what it is that we want more of. And I will do a little continuation of Mama Bear and Papa Bear because there's a little reframe that I want to do there to support Christian and his wife with their beautiful family. So, see you tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. And on that, snap, tap, zap the fear away so that you can listen to your inner wisdom. Each individual has inner wisdom. Some of us have thicker layers, some of us thinner layers of fear. It doesn't matter. If you can do it quickly and access it quickly, excellent. If you need to do the Snap Tap Zap for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, it's okay. But you will notice that once your children start learning the technique when they are ready, remember, when they are ready, they will see you do it and they will do it with you. They will ask to do it, or they'll just do it along, or they'll just start doing parts of it, and it's okay. And the sentence, I love myself enough to give myself grace, to take a moment for me, to what is it? Can you write that in the chat? Share it privately if you're too shy. Some people are shy and don't want everybody else to see what they're sharing, and that's okay. You can find me on YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, a little bit TikTok and Instagram. So take great care of yourself, and I will see you tomorrow.